Hey, listen, Bob, you got a minute? I want to tell you something.
Sure.
There are people in this world, Bob, who look very official while they're doing what they're doing. And do you know why?
Why?
Because they don't know what they're doing. Because if you know what you're doing, you don't have to look like you know what you're doing. It comes naturally. You follow me?
Sure.
Okay, so now, do you know how you can tell the difference?
No.
All right, the way you tell is a little voice pops up in the back of your mind to say that this guy who's sitting before me, or she, is lying through his teeth and telling me stories. Now, once you get that little piece of information, what do?
I don't know.
Here's what I would do. I would say, buddy, I've heard a lot of horse shit in my time because God knows I'm a salesman and we all have to wade through our share of the snow to get to the cabin. But you take the cake. I don't believe you have the first idea what you're talking about. Your children admire you, I'm sure, as we all hope they do. And maybe your wife doesn't know, but I know. And my knowledge forces me to call you on the fact that you are a goddamn cocksucking liar from the word go. And then I would sit down and finish my soup.
You would not.
Phil, have you or have you not ever heard or seen me doing what we are just talking about?
Yes.
There, you see? That's why there's hope, Bob, because there's people like me who listen.
When was this?
What do you mean, when? Are you doubting a man who sits there reading Penthouse to expand his mind? Are you going to question that?
It was a couple years ago. We were having lunch with a purchasing agent.
You see?
And you actually said that?
Word for word.
It was not word for word.
In principle, Phil. I'm speaking to the boy in principle because, after all, he's a bright young man and he understands the meaning of a concept.
So what happened?
Well, what do you think happened? What would you expect to have happen?
Well, the guy got angry.
The guy got furious. He just sat there through the rest of the meal, just fuming, not saying a word.
Did you lose the account?
Well, of course we lost the account. Bob, you can't speak to a man like that and expect to keep the account. And if you do, if you say that to a man and he puts down his fork and he says, Bob, you are absolutely right. I have been faking like I know what I'm talking about from the moment I sat down, and I'm sorry. Not to you, because I don't owe you anything, but to myself. Because I want to be the best human being I can possibly be. And I want to be honest above all else. Well, then you forget about the account, Bob. You forget about everything. You shave your head, you put on a saffron robe, you sell pictures of this guy at the airport because he has no fear, and he's just proved it. He deserves to be worshipped.
Wow.
Wow is right, Bob. Wow sums it up quite nicely.
I mean, I can't believe you actually said that.
Do yourself a favor, Bob.
What's that?
Don't ever become one of those people.
No, I wouldn't, at least.
I don't want to have to confront you at lunch one day like I did that other guy, but I will, for your own good, because I like you.
Sure.